r/relationship advice. My fiance told me that my parents are saying incredibly racist things to her when I am not around because they don't want black grandchildren. We have a 28 male OP, 26 female fiancé. I am writing this to figure out what to do or who to believe in this situation. Let me start out by saying that I am white and my lovely fiancé is a black woman. We have an amazing relationship and I don't want any other woman in my life. She's also the only black woman I have ever dated. My parents have always been supportive of me, and I have an incredibly strong family relationship with them and my siblings, or at least I thought. When I was growing up in the Midwest, there weren't really black people around, and the topic of racism never came up really. But I never suspected that my lovely, outgoing, and polite parents would be racist because they even donated money to an orphanage in Africa for like 20 years now through their church. Chad, isn't there some sketchy shit about churches that do that shit? Yeah, like that's how I feel, Katana. It gives performative white knight when churches do that. Aren't maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm like thinking of like a TV show, but aren't a lot of those orphanages like set up to specifically take advantage of churches that will give them a lot of money and then they take care of the kids wrong and then they don't take care of the kids well? Or am I making that up? I could be making that up, guys. I want to throw that out there, but I could have sworn I heard something that like a lot of those orphanages are just like people who know that they can trick white people who want to feel good about themselves into giving them money. I could be wrong. I could be so wrong. But I think at least it's giving white savior. Yeah, some of them are set up that way. Okay, I'm not making it. I mean, I'm sure that there are some that are actually doing their job, but from my understanding, that was like a lot of those orphanages that popped up. My parents met my fiance a year ago, but did not take it too seriously because I had a lot of girlfriends in the past, and they probably just thought it was another girlfriend. Well, last weekend, I announced to them that my girlfriend was now my fiance on a family Zoom meeting. My parents looked a little surprised because I did not discuss it with them before, but were ultimately congratulating me. Okay, so this is happening about like a year after COVID started, because I remember COVID started like middle of March 2020, and this is from March 17th, 2021. So COVID stuff is still going on. I'm curious how long they've been dating. Like, this is crazy to me. I feel like when I'm planning on proposing to my girlfriend, I'm going to tell my parents about it. Like, they're going to know. They're not going to get surprise shottied with like, she's my fiance now. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm planning on doing this. Like, what the fuck? We wanted to have a dinner with them in person to sort of let them get to know their future daughter-in-law, and everything blew up. My mom forgot something for the dinner, and my dad and I went to the store to get it. My fiance texted me about 10 minutes in asking me to come back right away because she needed me and my dad. Oh, sorry. Because she needed me, and my dad and I turned around. When I got back, she was sitting in my car. In parentheses, I still had the keys, and she was crying. And she was crying, asking me to take her to our house. Of course, I drove her home and told my parents I was sorry. You didn't. Hey, man. So let's put together some context clues here. You left your girlfriend, excuse me, fiance. You left your fiance with your mother. 10 minutes in, she calls you saying you need to come back. You come back. She's crying in the car. You apologize to your parents? Instead of going, hey, dog, what did you fucking do? Like, if that were my fiance, I would be like, hey, mom, dad, what the fuck? I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm so sorry. My fiance is crying. Told my parents I was sorry, and my fiance told me what my mom had said to her. Essentially, my fiance told me that my mom said she was not supportive of us because she didn't want black grandchildren. A number of other things that she was surprised my fiance married up. She also said a number of other things, like she was surprised my fiance married up, in parentheses, even though I think my fiance is better looking than me, but I am a bit more successful financially. Bro, your parents are racist. Of course they're going to think that a black woman marrying a white man is her marrying up because they think white people are superior or whatever. I confronted my mom and asked what she said, and my mom said that she said nothing even close to that, and that the only thing she said was that she was curious what country my wife was ethnically from, and that my fiance mistook it. Well, I asked my fiance more probing questions, but she's adamant that my mom explicitly said these things. I've never known either of them to be liars, but the two people I trust most in this world are giving me completely conflicting stories. I want to side with my wife, but what if she is having some mental episode or something? That's a crazy fucking thing to say. Is it a possibility that no one is lying here? I need some fucking help. Edit. It could have been a mental episode with my mom, maybe. I mean, that's like a crazy, like, I just, oh my God. But neither have mental issues, but they can pop up in people's but mental issues can pop up in people's 20s, in parentheses, like my uncle. So I just said my fiance might have had a mental episode. Sorry for the confusion. Oh my God. I just, like, I don't even want to give OP advice because he's just hopeless, dude. Like, I don't understand this. Like, okay, if you've properly vetted your partner and enough to propose to them and therefore commit to getting married to them, but you can't trust them more than anyone else in your life, like, what the fuck are you doing? Call me crazy, but like, if you're going to legally tie yourself to the love of your life, you should have done your due diligence to the point where you know for a fact that that person is trustworthy and you will trust them and their word more than anybody, even fucking mommy dearest, bro. If that woman is claiming that your mom said some racist shit, you die on that hill, even if you're wrong. Even if she is somehow lying about this and you're getting bamboozled because you didn't do your due diligence, that's what you sign up for when you get married. And if you can't do that, don't fucking get married. I genuinely believe that. It's better to be embarrassed and look stupid if it comes out in the future that your fiance was actually lying than to say, oh, I just never trusted my partner. From day one, I didn't trust. I'm willing to commit myself to them forever, but not trust them forever. What the fuck? Story has an update? No fucking way. Maybe I can look up his name. Hold on. What the fuck is happening? Oh, I clicked on my messages. I was like, what the hell? Oh. Okay. Profile's been banned. Wait. No, this is a different story. I feel like it would have popped up, no? Hold on, wait, let me try it. Let me try. Ah. Oh, we found it. We found it, chat. Okay, we found it, y'all. Okay, there's an update on this. Had to do a little bit of digging. Shout out Katana for pointing it out that there's an update. Update comes in March 21st, 2021, 4 days later. Thank you for those of you who reached out with good suggestions and such. I really took everyone's advice on this. However, I really didn't think it was fair the way I was characterized in the comments because I love my fiance and I believe her, but I also loved my mom and had no reason to doubt her either. It's really hard to doubt your parents when they've always been good to you by your entire life until this incident. Anyways, I was basically completely wrong about this whole situation. I decided to call my sisters. I told them it was an emergency and we hopped on a Zoom together. I explained the crazy story to them and one of them just let out a laugh but tried to hold it back. Then I went quiet and we had a few seconds of awkwardness until she let out a, "Are you really asking this?" Then she told me, "Of course mom is racist." And my sisters agreed with her. Then they led me on a 30-minute rant about how my Then they led me on a 30-minute rant about how my mom would tell them not to marry outside their race, especially black people, because these marriages won't work out and no decent man would want you after. Apparently, she told them this regularly and they all married white people anyways. The thing is that I am 9 years younger than the youngest of them, so I guess I was never included in these talks. She never once mentioned to me about race and who I should or shouldn't date. I don't know why I never received these messages. Moreover, I guess I'm just blind because they also told me I was the favorite child because I was the only boy. I assumed my parents paid for everyone's first car and college, but I guess it was just me. Oh no. Oh, not OP finding out he's the golden child, bro. No. Oh, that's tough. I guess they have to find out eventually, right? This is probably good for him. Shout out the sisters for being like, "Hey dog, wake the fuck up." Open your damn eyes. They were really mad at me for what I put my fiance through and not realizing things, but I feel like that's unfair because how am I supposed to know they were mistreated compared to me if I was just a child when they were in college? I guess the close relationship I thought I had was just an illusion. I'm torn, chat. I'm torn because I genuinely think OP might be stupid. That might be really mean of me to say, but he just doesn't sound like the sharpest tool in the shed. He sounds like he's been dulled down and hasn't met a whetstone a day in his life. I want to give... I don't know. I refuse to believe if your mom was like this, there's no way that she never said anything, even a little bit sus, that you've been like, wait a minute, what did you just say there? You know? But I do, and you guys are kind of talking about it in chat, like I do think there's kind of this dynamic between golden child and mother of like, you think the best of them. You're kind of like blind to any of their flaws because you want to hold them in the same light that they hold you in. But again, I'm kind of sitting here and I'm like, dude, if you're just coming to these conclusions, like the fact that you didn't know that you were treated differently than your siblings tells me that you and your siblings actually weren't close. Like, me and my siblings talk, bro. We talk about everything. For you to be like, oh, I guess the close relationship I thought I had was just an illusion. Like, I'm guessing it was just on your end. Like, you thought like you had a close relationship with them, but your definition of a close relationship is like calling once a month. You know? Like, I call my sisters all the time. Whenever we're together, we have like tea sessions, yap sessions. We talk shit about dumb stuff that our parents aren't doing. Like, that's what siblings do. I think that you might be a little dumb here, buddy. You might have a lot of awakening to do for yourself when it comes to family relationships and maybe other things in your life. I told my fiance that I was with her until I die and I don't care if they all cut me off and that I am siding with her always. Why would your siblings cut you off? Your siblings sound level-headed, you know? They were really mad at me for what I put my fiance through and not realizing things. If I were doing the same thing, chat, my sisters would fucking tear me a new one, bro. My sisters would be like, you fucking idiot. What is wrong with you? Those are good people to keep around. I should have done this from the beginning because she is really not the kind of person to call people racist, and I never knew her to be super political. After talking with my sisters, I hung up almost crying, which I normally don't do, but I went and told my fiance everything I had learned, and we just held each other for a while. She's not really mad at me, but just sad about the whole situation, and we talked a lot about whether to cut my parents out completely or not. I think you should. If your mom not only said some racist shit to your fiance, but then tried to lie about it, which indirectly is her trying to sabotage your guys' engagement and your potential life together, snip, snip, chop, chop. Cut that bitch out. I don't know, maybe your dad's not racist. I hope your dad's not racist, but he's at least putting up with the racism and not discouraging it if he's married to her, so. I know for sure we will not let them around our future children. Also, my sisters called me back and told me they are sorry for... Also, my sisters called me back and told me they were sorry they were so harsh to me, but I really hope I don't lose all my family from this. Yeah, dude, you should go out of your way not to lose your sisters. I also found out my dad has those internal Ring cameras, and I asked to see the videos from that day, but he told me they were already deleted or overwritten. That's suspicious. That's weird. But I would really like to see it in person for closure. Overall, I'm sorry for the storm this caused on here, but I decided to update just because I keep seeing alerts and messages from people. Maybe somebody will find this helpful. Yeah, maybe somebody will. I think if there's anything I take from the story is like, dude, if you are committed to making someone your fiance, you better trust them over everybody. Call me fucking crazy for that one, but like, that's what you're committing to. When you decide, hey, I'm going to propose and we're going to be together forever. I'm not going to read these. I'm guessing these are just like, you know, typical elaborations on their feelings about the story. If you equate racism with politics, concern. I mean, I think at this point, it kind of is really closely tied to politics. You know? That is kind of, that, you know, you guys saying that though, that like being his idea of politics does, that is kind of a red flag, huh? Yeah, it sounds like OP has a lot of unlearning to do. But, I mean, I think we should, right off the rip, chat, it sounds like OP is ignorant more than he is malicious. Does that make sense? Like, this might be controversial. I don't think this belongs in Am I the Devil? I think this belongs in Was I Born Yesterday? And to that, I say yes. Like, it sounds like he's just genuinely ignorant, but he doesn't want to be. And now he's having this great awakening that, like, sure, he definitely should have had that a lot earlier. But, like, you know, if you're kept in a box where the world is sunshine and rainbows, and then you get out in the world, it's going to be hard to go out in the world and learn that the world isn't sunshine and rainbows, you know? Like, OP is really stupid to me. Is he the devil? No. I think he would have been the devil if he was like, no, I will trust mommy no matter what she says. Like, he was genuinely, like, confronted with his first life experience of, like, damn, my family's fucked up, which he probably should have had earlier. But hey, at least he's, like, down to cut off his parents. He chose the right path. As soon as his mom was confirmed racist, it wasn't even a question. So, like, while I do think there is some ignorance that is malicious, I think this ignorance wasn't malicious. It was just him. This ignorance was genuinely stupidity. Not irredeemable, but he's got space to grow. Exactly. Asian Fury got back to me. Okay, sorry guys, just had to let Asian Fury know. Chat, can you guys let me know if I don't notice? I have to start Subnautica by 3:30. I apologize, you guys. I have to do 3 separate segments in today's stream because we're training the gal who's taking over my live channel. I think my light's a little too bright. Oh, wow, I was way too off. Fuck. 20% maybe? Yeah, there we go. Okay. But yeah, I'm training the gal who's doing my live channel. Oh my God. And just want to make sure she has enough content to mess around with. So, alrighty, you guys. Let's do more. Oh yeah, 3:30 p.m. PST. So in 30 minutes. 30 minutes, chat. You guys, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I was not planning on that one having an update, but honestly, more interesting when it has an update, right? Right, chat? Alrighty, if you guys are on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. If you guys are on the Twitch, make sure to follow no matter where you're at. Turn on the post notifications. Damn, we got 91 people over on the YouTube. Hell yeah. Shout out YouTube. If you guys haven't liked up the stream yet, please do so. That would be greatly appreciated. If you guys are on the Twitch, make sure to follow no matter where you're at. Turn on the post notifications so you can be notified whenever I go live. Damn, there's a lot of subs and shit that I missed. Hold on. Clut Loops, thank you for the 100 bits. So generous. Thank you so much. Kitty Socialist, thank you for gifting a 1-month tier 1 sub. If you guys got the gifted sub, make sure to say thank you to Kitty Socialist. Kitty Socialist, also thank you for resubscribing for 1 month at tier 1. Been subscribed for 3 months. Thank you. Hey, I just got my undergrad student loan approved today. Congrats. Congrats. I Love Rice Pudding. Thank you for the gifted sub. If you guys got a gifted sub from I Love Rice Pudding, you better be saying your thank yous. All right, chat? Good manners and good manners only. Good manners only, bro. Rachel, thank you for the bit. Mickey, thank you for resubscribing with Prime. Guys, make sure to check that you've used your Prime sub this month. If you guys don't know, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free subscription to any streamer of your choice. You just have to use it every single month, okay? If you don't, Daddy Bezos just pockets a little extra profit, okay? Make sure you guys are using those Prime subs. Fear lies in darkness. Thank you for subscribing with Prime. I appreciate it. Cutting those Daddy Bezos profits. We love to see it. We love to see it, chat. Also, we are 10 followers off of 5,300 followers. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, Twitch. If you guys haven't followed yet, make sure to do so. Am I the a-hole for throwing my husband's phone against the wall when I found him emotionally cheating during our open marriage? Okay. All right. You got me hooked. You got me hooked. Shit, I should have used this one for the title story. This is crazy. I suggested an open marriage to my husband mainly because I wanted extra spice, and we had become too familiar and uncomfortable with each other. Oh, sorry. And we'd become too familiar and comfortable with each other. The spark wasn't a huge one anymore. He was hesitant, but agreed when I told him it would make me happier, which would benefit him too. We were 42 and 45 at the time with 2 kids. His only condition was that our sexual frequency didn't go down. I told him I couldn't guarantee that the same way I couldn't guarantee it wouldn't go down in a closed marriage, but assured him that wasn't my intention, and also he was free to see other women. Okay. Why did you have to clarify that he was free to see other women? Okay, whatever. So he told me it was okay as long as there was a pause button. The other rule was it was meant to be sex only, no emotional cheating. I'm sorry. What? Dude, like, that is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, sure, I guess you could have that rule in your open marriage, but like, that's like, that's just setting yourself up for failure, bro. Like, you might as well strap 100-pound dumbbells to yourself and jump into a 15-foot deep pool. Like that's what you're doing. What are you talking about? Like, I've talked about this on stream before, bro. Like, like years ago, I was seeing this girl who was in an open relationship. Bro, that shit got really, like, there was an emotional connection. Like, I don't see, if you are seeing, unless you're just doing a bunch of one-night stands, which is, to me, unsafe. Like, that is pretty unsafe, you know? Like, there is no way, in my opinion, that you can do that without there being some sort of emotions being tied in. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's what happened with ours. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't want to like date her, but I cared about her, she cared about me. Like, there's no fucking way that you can have an open marriage and there just isn't any emotional cheating or just, in my opinion, emotions getting attached to that person. Like, that's crazy. Also, I feel like OP is making most of the rules here. It doesn't sound like the husband is super gung-ho about this, and it sounds like she's making all the rules. He's not really making any of them other than, like, the pause button and, hey, babe, I still want to have sex with you. Which is kind of sad, honestly. Okay, the other rule was it was meant to be sex only, no emotional cheating. For the first 3 months, he got 0 matches while I had a lot. Our frequency did dip a bit, and he asked to use the pause button. I said I would do it as long as he realized that the resentment of not seeing my other 3 partners may cause sex to decrease a lot or even stop. Oh my God! That's so unhealthy! This poor guy. This poor man is with a fucking just evil woman. He is with an evil woman. So he backpedaled and agreed to keep it open, but frequently sulked and said he was frustrated. I tried everything, including offering him non-sexual intimacy, such as hand-holding, cuddling, letting him letting him give me foot and back rubs, etc. I also gave him extra free days to hang out with friends, go to the gym, or do anything he wanted. You guys are calling her a see you next Tuesday in chat. I have to agree with you guys. I know that's not my word to give all the time, but like, oh, hey Beans. I know that's not my word to give all the time, but holy shit. She is a genuine terrorist. The crazy part to me, chat, is she implying that she doesn't normally offer this non-sexual intimacy to her partner? Also, it's crazy that one of the non-sexual intimacies that she offers is him giving her a back rub and a foot rub. Like, don't get me wrong, it can be hot. But like, if my wife was like, I'm doing you a favor by letting you give me back rubs, I would be like, oh, that's how we're gonna play this? Like, and then also like, yeah, you know, before I was just regimenting, telling him he could only have one free day to go to the gym. He only had 2 days out of the month that he can go hang with friends, but I'm giving him extra days because I'm just so nice. Like, that's fucking crazy. I'm trying to talk to this husband and be like, hey, King, I'm glad you emotionally cheated. Maybe you should emotionally get the fuck out of that marriage, dog. I genuinely believe OP could care less if this man lived or died. This is not how you should treat your partner ever. It didn't work, and he kept complaining about lack of sex and frustration. At about the 9-month mark, though, he met someone. Let's call her Candy, and she was 24. Wow, okay. Oh. I guess it's close enough. Like, you know what, chat? That's like 1 year off of my 25. You have to know what you're doing. You're an adult now. You have to be able to decide if that relationship is toxic or has a power dynamic. Honestly, y'all, this might be bad of me to say, but this might be the one exception to my belief around age gaps. If there's anybody who needs somebody to pull him out of the abyss, even if it's a 24-year-old, it's this guy. It's this guy. We don't know if OP's 42 or 45, but to be honest, that's kind of the same. Here's what I'll say, guys. I've always had this belief. I know some of you guys are saying everyone sucks here. To me, I've always had the belief if you're 25, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You know, like I have a friend who's like 27 or 28, I think, and she's dating like a 49-year-old or something like that. She's an adult, you know, like at a certain point, we have to be like, you're an adult. You can make your own decisions, even if those are the wrong ones for you. 24 is a little bit younger than I want, but I do have to say, if there's anybody who needs some sort of drastic measure to pull him out, it's this fucking guy. Oh my God. And now, oh my God, you guys. The fucking cherry on top of this already fuck-ass open relationship dynamic. We had a don't ask, don't tell policy. So I didn't know who she was at first. But because after 2 months he was spending so much time with her, it became more than my total time with my guys. I wanted to know what was going on, so I demanded his phone. Wow. Just fucking wow. Just wow. Yes, guys, sorry. I do want to acknowledge it's not a great look. I do not encourage it. I just want to clarify, I do not encourage that age gap at all. But like at a certain point, bro, we gotta just be like, you're supposed to be an adult. Decide for yourself, dog. Decide for yourself, man. This whole fucking post is a mess, man. This whole post is a fucking mess. Like, not only do they have the #1 rule you shouldn't have in an open marriage, but then she broke that rule and also betrayed his trust. Oh my God, this is insane. Chat, we found it. The devil post of the maybe year. This is fucking insane. This one hurts. We might need therapy after this. When I saw her and saw the messages they sent each other, it was clear that it was 1, emotional, and 2, she was young. I threw his phone against the wall, told him he was cheating and a predator. I think there's an argument for the second one. I'm not going to dive into that. I'll let y'all do that in the comments. He refused to close just as I had refused, and for 6 months he had pictures of her as his wallpaper on all phones, tablets, and laptops. Whoa! Whoa! And you didn't know what she looked like prior? Okay, chat, I know what to say. That's pretty fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Wow. I'm speechless, you guys. This is crazy. This one is fucking insane. Like, don't get me wrong, OP is crazy and evil and manipulative. I think someone said it in chat. It was Snark, called them an emotional terrorist. I agree. I have to point out, this is crazy to do. Listen, I don't know every dynamic about, like, I've never been in, like, an open relationship myself. I just saw somebody who was in an open relationship. This is fucking crazy. That's insane. Making the other person your wallpaper, that's wow. Just fucking wow. No. I think that one's crazy. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Then the next year, he told me he was cheating on Candy by staying married to me, and he files for divorce. Foxfire Rose, I can't even disagree with you. Listen, maybe not anyone. Like, if Firefox said, honestly, anyone is better than OP at this point. Don't get me wrong, if OP was, don't get me wrong, if Candy was like a literal child. I think if she was like 21, 22 or younger, like, we gotta fucking get the pitchforks out. 24 is like right next to the age that I'm like, you gotta figure it out. I'm kind of with you, maybe not anyone, but like, I'm kind of on the wave of like, this person is better than OP at this point. Like, I can't even lie. I think it's a fat WWB that this guy went up to her and was like, I'm cheating on Candy with you. I gotta divorce you. That's crazy, but that's probably better for him. Oh my God. Just wow. Just wow. Now I'm alone and he is with Candy and she is living the life I was supposed to live and I really hate Candy. When I tell this story, one thing people mention is how I shouldn't have smashed his phone, but we agreed on sex only, no emotional cheating. Am I the a-hole? Oh my God. Just... yeah, you guys are singing in chant. Womp womp. Like... I think if you basically demand, because that's what happened here, if you basically demand an open marriage, open relationship, and then your marriage goes to shit because the other person finds a partner who isn't a fucking asshole like you are, go and cry me a river, build a bridge, and get over it, dog. Like, you let this happen. You know, you didn't want to work on your marriage that you committed to. You wanted to go fuck other people. Like, surprise, surprise, you found somebody who wasn't an emotional terrorist and left you. Like, what do you want me to tell you? You shouldn't have been an emotional terrorist. By God, what a just absolutely crazy story. What a crazy, story of the decade, possibly. I agree. I don't think I've ever read a story that truly took me on the roller coaster ride that this story took me on. The pure awful feeling of me having to be like, I might have to accept this relationship that he has with this 24-year-old because I want him to be away from OP so bad hurts me. I might be a bad person for that, by the way, chat. I'll fucking take that. I'm probably wrong in saying that, but holy fuck, is it a good thing that he's away from OP? Oh my God. Oh, Lord. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm just thinking of this guy going up to his wife and being like, hey, babe, at this point, I'm cheating on you with my open relationship girlfriend. We got to get a divorce. Yo, you know what is also crazy that we didn't address? There are kids in this. Like, OP and this guy have kids. We were 42 and 45 at the time with 2 kids. Can you imagine being one of those kids, bro? Hot take? I'm sorry. I know there's at least one viewer that this applies to, and I'm so sorry. You do your thing. If this is you and you don't believe it, do your thing. Don't listen to some random idiot on the internet. I firmly believe if you're in a marriage and you have kids, you should not be doing an open relationship. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. That's me personally. I think it's like your priorities are a little out of whack. You know, like, let's prioritize the kids, and then maybe if the kids are out of the equation, yeah, let's open up the relationship. But I just think, like, when you got kids, bro, that is a crazy thing to be either hiding from your kids or being open with them. Like, oh, hey, mommy and daddy are supposed to love each other and care about each other, but they're fighting about screwing other people. Call me crazy for that. Me personally, though, that's how I believe it should be. Like, let's focus on giving these kids a good home. To be fair, maybe their kids are like young adults. That's fair, Anonymous Sins. I wasn't getting that vibe. But you could be right. Maybe they had the kids super young. You're right. We don't know the ages. I think if your kids are older, then it's fine. They should understand at that point, you know? If they are young adults, then they might be the same age as Candy. Ugh. Or, I mean, bare minimum, Addy, Candy is like maybe 10 years older than them or something like that. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. One time, This girl was talking about how this girl I like dated for a little bit. She was talking about how she can't take her dad seriously because her dad remarried a girl who she went to the same high school as her. Like, I think she was a freshman and this girl that married her dad was like a senior. And I was just like, holy fuck, bro. Like, I think you just have to be, oh God, it's so it's so bad. It's so, Oh, dear Lord, sometimes people just think about themselves. By the way, aren't there swing clubs for these needing spice people? Yeah, maybe. I don't know where you would go about finding that, but... Yeah, imagine a 17-year-old calling the 24-year-old stepmom. Exactly, that's insane. Fuck! Chat, we do have to move on to Subnautica, y'all. Yeah, this one is not short. Neither is this one. I have 8 minutes. No, this one was removed. Fuck. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. Oh my God, I forgot. Am I the a-hole? Like, saves the post. Incredible. Incredible. Oh, this one's really small. Okay, chat, we can do this one. We can do this one in 8 minutes, but then we have to immediately jump into Subnautica, and you guys are not allowed to leave. If y'all leave me when I'm trying to play Subnautica, you hate me. YouTube, if you guys could like up the stream, that'd be greatly appreciated. If you guys are on Twitch, make sure to follow. No matter where you're at, turn on the post noties. Not a robot. Thank you for subscribing with Prime. I appreciate you. Thank you for the sub. Depresso Art, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Y'all are goated. Thank you. Thank you guys for using your Prime subs on me. Cutting those Daddy Bezos profits. We love to see it. All right, chat. Quick one. Quick one and then Subnautica. Am I the a-hole for giving my girlfriend's info to affair partner's girl? Wait. Who's affair partner? Her affair partner? Hold on. My girlfriend of 22 years and 3 kids. Okay. Listen, I'm all for staying with your partner for a long amount of time before you put a ring on it. 22 years is too long. I'll say it. I'll say it, bro. 22 years is insane. 22 girlfriend of 22 years? Like, you split that in half and I still think that's insane. Oh my God. My girlfriend and I entered a rough patch in our relationship and she cheated. In parentheses, they worked together. When I found out and gathered enough information, I reached out to affair partner's girlfriend and provided her with my girlfriend's information. In parentheses, phone number, car, pics, etc. And told her everything. She has now been harassing her for about 6 months. She's now scared that she will damage her car or physically assault her. She is blaming me now for telling the girlfriend instead of understanding her decisions are the cause of the situation. She says, I put a target on her back. Am I the a-hole? Okay, the person did put in the title, now the kids are in danger, which, yeah, you're right. That does put the kids in danger. Yeah, I do think it's overboard to be giving all of this Yeah, I think we have to just stick by, like, I think it's good to reach out to someone and be like, hey, your partner cheated with my partner. He's cheating on you. But giving her phone number, car, pictures, etc., that's overboard. Like, that's doxing. You know? Like, you can be like, hey, talk to him about it. Like, I just have to let you know. And then, like, if she does her own stalking to find out who your girlfriend is and does those things, then at least you didn't contribute to it. But I think it's the fact that you did contribute to it. Like, I do think this is devil worthy. If you're gonna, don't get me wrong, I'm pro exposing cheaters, especially if that's exposing somebody else who's been cheated. Excuse me, exposing someone else who's been cheating on their partner and letting their partner know. But yeah, you didn't have to like dox your girlfriend. You could have just told her, hey, this happened. You should confront your boyfriend because we're breaking up. Maybe provide some evidence that you have of like that happening for them. But I think being like, here's my girlfriend's phone number and her car and her pictures, and he said, etc. So I don't even know what etc. means. But if you gave more than that, you gave her the ammunition that she needed to harass your girlfriend. Which also indirectly puts a target on your kid's back. That's pretty fucked up. $22 years. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't get over that. 22 years. I don't know who needs to hear this. Unless you don't believe in marriage or something like that, 22 years is too long, dog. It just is too long. You gotta tie the knot. You just go to the court. If you guys don't want to get married and spend money on a wedding, I get it. I understand. Just go to like the fucking, just go to like City Hall and tie the knot. 22 years. I'm sorry. I'm getting caught up on that, chat. I am getting caught up on it. All right, y'all.